Big thanks to Cardmarket for sponsoring today's video.
Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be playing Jinbe again. Yes, of course. One of the most fun, the most fun leader to come out of OP-14. And arguably one of the strongest leaders to come out of OP-14. Jinbe has so much potential. He's like right on the cusp there, where it's like, now you just need to tech for the struggling matchups, right? And that's what I've done. I've put in a bunch of cards that you might not have originally thought about in Jinbe because he's such an aggressive deck that you just want to go aggro, 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 aggro. But what's been working out for me recently is actually like more of a control build, playing cards like Gravity Blade, Red Rock, Pudding to just control my opponent while I already have a wide board because I have managed to get a wide board early because I'm fucking Jinbe. So let's jump straight into the deck list and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So this here is the deck list, and like you can see, it's pretty standard. Like when it comes to like Arlong, Chu, 2 copies of Hachan. This is like a flex spot, right? But I really like Hachan as just a consistency piece to make sure you find your 1-drops. Koala 2K, Wadatsumi, Promo Arlong, I'm running Pudding at 3. But that's because it's really important against Ace. When you're running into Ace, you need to hit Pudding on like an early turn, and then you also need to, like, you don't need to, but if you can hit another Pudding later in the game when they've rebuilt their hand size, that's incredibly strong. Then we have Aladdin, which is standard, Shirahoshi standard, Fisher Tiger standard, Jinbe standard, Perfume Femur standard, and then we get to like Red Rock, right? Red Rock is a card that you can play, and people have played, right? Probably not at 3. I really like it at 3, because again, like against Ace, which is probably like the only bad matchup that I can think of off the top of my head, you just fucking drop this on them and they just lose, right? Like Red Rock, to trade a Red Rock with a Whitebeard is just so good, right? It's just always good. At least when you have board presence, but you will and they won't because you're Jinbe. So just a super good card. And then I'm playing Tiger Blade. This is just really good against Boa and Doflamingo, right? So what happens is that you're gonna go hopefully second. If you go first, that's also fine with this build. And then like you're gonna go bop bop, and then you're gonna go bop like bop, and then you're gonna go maybe on 6 you go with the bop, or you literally go bop, and then on your like 7, 8, 9 dawn turn, you can just play this and just completely remove their board while you keep yours because your board is massive at this point, and they won't have anything to swing into your board with because you'll have wiped them. And they're just fucked, right? And against Boa, it's really good because normally you can't remove the Boa's board. But with Tiger Blade here, you can remove the board, and you can even remove things like 6-cost Boa, right? Which is really big. You can just get rid of that instantly. Also, like the 4-cost blocker Boa to make sure you don't have to rip a life. You can bottom deck that and maybe some Gorgon Sisters or something. Like all of their cards are 6 costs or less, right? You're hitting everything in Boa's deck. And same goes for Doflamingo, right? A lot of their cards are 5 cost that like they revolve around, like 5 cost Rocinante, 5 cost Pika, right? Even Monet. You can just get rid of those, and in a situation where you're even pushing for game, having something like this, if they don't have like a big body on board, which they probably will, but assuming they don't, then you can actually negate their entire leader effect, because if they don't have anything on board, then would you look at that? They can't leader effect anymore. But yeah, so really good into a lot of matchups, and so is Red Rock, and so is Pudding. So that's the why we're running these ratios. I ended up cutting, what's his face? Kurobi completely. I do not like Kurobi. If you don't know what Kurobi does, he is a 3/3 rusher if you pitch a card, and then on KO draw 1 card. It's just not good. He could have easily been a 3/4. If he was a 3/4, I'd probably play him. That is the difference between why this card is not played at this moment. It's as simple as that. But he's not being run. I cut him. I don't like him. This is the build we're running with. Let's jump into some games and I'll show you exactly how strong this build can be. And we're up against the Boa. Perfect. We get to go second as well. You know what? For the sake of this video, I'll keep because we have Tiger Blade. But I probably, like, I need to find an Aladdin or a Shirahoshi off of this Arlong here. Otherwise, I'm fucked. But I'm pretty likely to do that, so I guess that's fine. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. We're high rolling now. As long as I can find Aladdin or... Yeah, let's go. Okay, that should be game. I need to stop saying that. I'm such a cocky motherfucker. But yeah, we're just rolling high now. Like, this is just Aladdin into Arlong. And then we're probably swinging with these guys. So, bro, double these? I really like the Sengoku Searcher, by the way. I think the Sengoku Searcher is just a cool card. He found his Gorgon Sisters and Bounce Law. Bounce Law is a little bit annoying, actually, because he can just bounce my Arlong back. Ew, actually annoying. Take that hit. Shirahoshi, but again, like, Shirahoshi here is not as good because he has the Bounce Law anyways. I think it's just Aladdin here. Shirahoshi is really good, don't get me wrong, but I like the early aggression against Boa. I suppose I should have swung this 5 earlier. Now they might want to counter it because we went so wide. I'm definitely not double pitching here. I'm definitely single pitching. If he had anything on board, I'd probably consider... Also, pudding is not very good in this matchup, I've noticed. I know they don't like to counter, but like they're triggering shit anyways, right? So they never get that big of a hand size. That is literally a bad trigger. Unless you were fully bricked, that's literally a bad trigger. It's literally -1 in hand, bro. It's Kaya, but doesn't fill your trash. Well, so that's good by me for us. Now we know he runs Slave Arrow as well, which is good to know. He pitched the Law. Wait, no. Does he have double Law? Surely the Law would have been the best play here. To reduce some of the aggression. I'm also going to counter here. Probably give him Shirahoshi, to be honest. No, I think it's Aladdin. What is this for 5 then? Okay. You can only attach to leader with this, so you should have made this a 6. That's fine by me though. Like if you're not doing much here. I'm assuming this is gonna be a 3 into Chu here. He probably thought he could attach anywhere with the Dawn, but it's only Warlords. It's another Lilith, so he's gonna let my Chu live, which is not necessarily a bad play. Oh, it's just I don't like it. Another pudding here, but this is Tiger turn. Very clearly to me at least. And then we'll do a 5. I think it's just 5, 5, 5, 6. We need to pitch 2 cards, so we'll probably just make one of these a 5. And then the other one is just gonna be Arlong for 6. And we don't mind him free blocking here. We actually, if anything, I'd prefer it. Do you want to keep Femur? Femur's so mid in this matchup because they heal anyways. If you rely too hard on Femur, you lose. This is his last chance to free block. Okay, so no free blocking. So he wants to rip me. Which makes sense, right? Because it turns off the Arlong. Oh, he didn't block. Really? Okay. That's great. This is now a Tiger Blade victim. For next turn. They'll trigger their Eater. Perfect. That's sometimes what this matchup comes down to, right? Sometimes you're just lucky to trigger shit. Or that they don't trigger shit, right? Funnily enough, this Rayleigh here is just straight up koala support, I think. I think this is better than Mars. Probably not, actually. Mars might be better. This has better range when it can KO, but Mars is a blocker that can't be removed. Yeah, finally he's gonna start swinging those 3s. You get my Arlong for sure. Okay, he's in Struggle Town here. They want to defend my Arlong this turn? Probably not, right? I will. I'm gonna try to Uber defend here. Depends on what he swings here, but like, oh, he's just gonna make it another 4. Dude, I don't care. I'm hard defending here. I think you're low-key cooked. Also, this is annoying. He actually didn't play anything this turn, so I actually don't want to Gravity Blade. I probably should have just let it go, huh? Oh my god, another 4? Yeah, fine, you get it. I don't want to pitch these because my next turn is probably going to be Shirahoshi Watatsumi. Now he doesn't have Dawn on leader though, which is nice. So I can actually, he won't be able to Shirahoshi Watatsumi or just a straight Jinbe. Dude, if he just played anything here, I would have fucking Tiger Bladed. But the fact that he doesn't have Dawn on leader here means that he won't get, see if we can do anything here. Could grab another Watatsumi. Sure, mainly for the counter at this point. Should have probably started 6 here. It's probably 6, 7, 7. Actually, I might not pitch here. Maybe it's just 7, 8. He blocks here, but he doesn't get the rip. Actually, I'm gonna go... Do I pitch here? Ah, fuck it, we'll just go 8. He's going to 9 now, though, so he's gonna start being a problem. But we are wide, and he doesn't have any hand size at all. Like, if he's playing Boa here, he's not dealing with my board at all. We're probably just blocking whatever's coming in with Shirahoshi. Like, no matter where he swings, because we need the board space. We're probably just playing Jimbe, bouncing whatever he plays here. Unless it's a Boa, of course. It is a Boa, which makes sense. Another Grab Blade. Okay, I swear Grab Blade is usually good in this matchup. This motherfucker just haven't triggered all day. I think I'm... Yeah, I'll block Shirahoshi. I was gonna not, but I think it's still best. I think I'm in a position here where I can like be very aggressive though. Let's start with a 7. I don't just want to see where he's at. Yeah, this might just be Jinbe game actually. Oh, maybe not. Lucky trigger there. We're never dying though, so I'm just gonna do this anyways. I'll use it just for the draw. Do I bounce an Arlong back? Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. We don't need to go wide here, which is why we pitched the Arlong. It's 9, 9, 10. If he takes his 9, then we go massive with Jinbe. Yeah. And that's a game. Nice. That's a pretty clean game. I didn't get to show off the Tiger Blade, but that's because he didn't trigger anything. You guys saw I had the perfect time to grab Blade on that turn where he had like this one up. And if he just had any other body, like literally one more body there, and I grab Blade on 8, 100%. And that's just a really strong turn then. But GG's. Crocodile. We get to go second again. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I keep this. This is one of those matchups where Red Rock is really good, actually. Being able to Red Rock away their 8 cost is just sweet. I'm just going to do double search here. Arlong or Aladdin? I think Aladdin is more important than Arlong here. Yes, there's a bigger chance I find another 4 cost here. Oh, we find Arlong anyways. But I can always play like Aladdin into Chu. But with Arlong, I can't do anything, right? That's my problem. Like if I get Arlong but miss the 4-drop, I'm fucked. Taking this hit. There's the Jimbe, that's really good. And then it's Aladdin, Arlong. We're at 5. We're definitely pitching once here. I actually might pitch twice, actually. Yeah, I'll pitch twice here. I just really don't want him to hit my face. So we will double pitch here. Takes one of the hits anyways, that's nice. Trash is filled up. He's got a little crocodile in there. I didn't want him to swing with like this into my board and then this face. I just want to make sure. Oh, that's bones. Ew. Okay, fine. You get that. You get my Arlong. I was gonna harass you with it, but a little bit annoying there. It's fine. We can fish our tiger. You know what? I could actually leave this up and then hit him with a nasty grab blade next turn. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do actually. Also, this is actually wrong splitting. I should have just gone 7-7 instead of 5-5-7. I need double Jinbe. Yeah, I think so. I think fuck Pier for femur. Fuck Aladdin. There's an argument to send that at Das Bones as well, just to starve him of resources. But yeah, this was predictable, right? We knew this was coming. But like, this is fine. Like I said, like Gravity Blade next turn is gonna go hard. We don't have as wide of a board as I would have liked, but the fact that we can just grab it and still swing big twice is gonna bring him down to 0. And then we got the Jinbe set up. Yeah, so grab blade, bottom deck these two. And is it 8-9? Yeah, I think so. We could go even harder. We could go 9-10 actually. That might be a little bit greedy, but we are on 4 life, so we should be chilling. He's probably gonna want to counter this, honestly. If he counters this, I'll go 8 instead of 10. Yeah. Then this is just 8. Because he'll take anyways. The thing is, he's in a position now where like he has no cards. And yeah, he wants to play Crocodile on this turn, which means he's not playing blockers. But even if he does play a blocker, we got the Jimbe to bounce because we're going to 10 now, right? So we're just gonna. I think we just had game, no? Interesting, stunning it and then swinging into it anyways. That's quite a play. Yeah, dude, we can even red rock here. Wait, this is low-key nasty. Do I want to do that? That might actually be better than going for game here. He's tapped out though. Do we just have math then? Because let me think about this. This is we have Koala as well, so we can go Jimbe, Koala. That leaves us with 4 cards in hand. So Koala's actually not worth it. So we can do Jimbe. Bounce is all Sunday. I guess that's the same as red rocking the Crocodile, basically, right? I'm just so tempted to just go like red rock and just swing the rest face. But I think I have game with this play. And then it's 12-13, right? If I know my math. Mine's a 2K. Oh, now we're talking business. What's nice here though is that I can pitch my entire hand without having to worry about him killing me on the clapback. And then we have another Jinbe for if we need it. He did have enough. Wow. Okay, that trigger saved him. Doesn't matter though because we have the second Jinbe. Yeah, I mean, it's just game, no? Unless he plays like a sneaky blocker from... No, nothing matters. Literally nothing matters. I knew we would need more Jimbes. That's why I didn't want to... Was that this game that I pitched a Jinbe? No, it wasn't. Okay, well. Second Jinbe is always that game. First Jinbe is like... Yeah, it's usually like this, right? You're just chilling on like 4 life. Because we grab bladed, he hasn't been able to put any sort of pressure on our life. Which is kind of where we're chilling, right? And even on that turn where I grab bladed, like we were still able to put a lot of pressure on his life, which was nice. Well, you don't have any form of lethal here, so I'm just gonna take all the hits. Yeah, I expected this much. But unfortunately, I don't even need Jimbe. What do you think of this, guys? 19k face, unblockable. And I have Jinbe as well, so I just have every out. Maybe I shouldn't have bounced all Sunday last turn, but it was fine, right? Oh well, GG's. GP. Is GP coming back in 14? We're gonna mulligan that hand for sure. No 1-drops. This is better because we at least have one 1-drop. GP gets... Oh wow, that's nice. GP gets basically all the support that was meant for red green Luffy. I think this is just Jinbe now. It could be Fish or Tiger. I'm gonna grab Jinbe. I feel like he's greedy to not grab Jinbe there. I feel like he's just such a win con in this matchup where I can just bounce whatever he plays. He literally doesn't have a single character that's over 7 cost. I'll take. I was gonna not take, but I think it's fine to take here. Yeah, he gets things like this. Boosts all of his green straw. Oh, green is fine. I don't care about that. Okay, this feels very experimental, if I'm being honest. There's no way you take this. Because I play pudding. Oh my god. Not gonna swing another 5. Slightly greedy, but we have Shirahoshi, so it should be fine. I hate that this is a 3k. Lets him swing. Whoa. I'll give him that one. It makes it this not able to swing. Then he will look at a 5 face. And we could counter here, actually. We don't need... Yeah, I'll just give him Arlong, I think. I don't want to give him my Shirahoshi on such a small swing. But him missing Sanji Pudding on this turn is probably GG. Oh my god, it's going to be so good next turn. Because this is just KO defense. Yeah. Yep, I learned that the hard way, I tell you that much. We could Pudding here. You know, I don't dislike it, actually. Mainly because we don't really have anything else we want to play. Yeah, I'll Pudding. Why not, honestly? We'll swing a 5 here. Now he's just using so much resources now. We're actually going to do a pitch here as well, because I don't think we'll need the femur. Just to get another 5 in there. Then I'm pretty sure we're going to have to give up on this Arlong. But this is still a very clean turn here. I think this is... Oh my god, he had to take. Damn, he must have got put into absolute garbage. I think this is one of those cases where GP just loses against decks that are more aggressive than him. Just like Bello Betty absolutely shits on him. Jimbe probably goes good into him too. I think things would have been a lot different, right? If he actually hit Sanji Pudding on his 5-dawn turn here. Let's say he does that. He uses leader effect. He becomes a 6k. He has way more Dawn to work with. Like, it could have been a lot different. But we just have too much aggression in this matchup, it seems. Yeah, and now you're gonna get fucking... there's the Sanji Pudding, finally. He's forced to use leader effect with no Sanji Puddings on board. Just to become a 6. Swings 3 into 3, he gets it. 6 into 4, he gets it. 8, he gets it. My thing is, like, do I just have game with, like, Jinbe here, or should I just grab Blade? I feel like grab Blade is, like, low-key greedy here in this situation, actually. I cannot like it. I don't have to care about this, actually. It just boosts greens anyways. No, I'm just gonna grab Blade. You know, I'll swing into it anyways. I don't need the fucking pudding body. And if he wants to swing into it, that's fine. And I'll pitch ones here. I'll pitch Arlong to make this an 8. See if we can get like a giant out of his hand. If this is a giant, he's cooked, bro. Actually, maybe I should have kept pitching to force giant. It was Bagua. I'm cooked. This is Sanji Pudding. Okay, he's doing things now, bro. He's actually doing things. Maybe Grab Blade wasn't the play there. Maybe I should have just gone for it. But he had a Thunder Bagua, bro. There's no way I could go for it there. I would have been so low in hand size as well if I did that line. Now that's nice. Now that's clean. That's actually just straight up good. Maybe I should have blocked with Shirahoshi earlier. I forgot this card is so stupid and overpowered. This guy's literally gonna have 6 fucking active Dawn. Are we dead ass right now? I'm bouncing his Sanji Pudding. I don't give a fuck. Let's just go for a 9-10 situation here. Better not be another fucking Bagua, mate. Thank you. And maybe another one here? No, of course. We tried. Okay, so now is the search for the second Jinbe. At least we were like keeping him on his toes. Wait, could we have killed him there if he bounced a Nami instead? Oh, wait, maybe I could have, dude. If I bounced the Nami there and just smack everything on Jinbe, is that game? He had fucking 6 active Dawn, though. Probably not. Oh, we would have had him, but he gives up anyways. That was interesting. Well, so we had... Oh my god, not the Gravity Blade trigger. So we'd probably literally just bottom deck his fucking Pudding this turn anyways. Oh my god. Right, that is like just like one of the other benefits of like Gravity Blade and Red Rock, right? Is the triggers are just so disgusting. Especially the Raging Tiger trigger. That shit is gross. GG's. Mirror match. Unfortunately, this is very die dependent, and it seems like I have 1 dice roll, so I'll go second. I'll keep this hand as well. Double 1-drop is a hard keep for me. Goes Arlong. Draws Kurobi, so you've lost this game already. We're playing bad cards. And we're going to go into Arlong. Arlong is a little bit harder to pull off in this matchup. Because they're so aggressive with it. I'll just take anyways. Oh my god, I'll use it. Fuck you. Fuck your Arlong. It's just Kurobi, that's fine. Then we'll go Shirahoshi, Arlong. And this is kind of where I want to see if I can, like, do things differently. I'm gonna try to... make him swing into my board so I can keep my Arlong presence. Oh my god, dude, you're getting puddinged. You're getting puddinged. I don't care. You're getting puddinged. Holy shit, dude. What is your game plan, bro? What is the purpose of this? What are you trying to accomplish? Like, literally, what is your plan? Oh my god. Please play something that doesn't reduce your hand size. Oh, please play something else that doesn't reduce... Dude, if this is... Wait, if this is... Event boost, I might be cooked. So I think we're just gonna do that. Just to ruin his entire hand. I would probably concede at this point, honestly. I know I didn't really do anything for my turn there, but he lost like 7 cards out of hand. I'm gonna give him up. I don't want him to get like more swings for by just attaching a Dawn. Another Arlong. Finds Law. That's pretty good. Holy shit, dude. How many 1-drops can one person find? Finds another Koala. Uses the Koala to boost here. I'll take. We're going to 8, no? Yeah. I'll actually counter here. I really don't want to take too much hits. I just know this is Law, right? He's going to bounce the Pudding. I disagree with that. But I suppose you're in a position where you kind of have to. We'll give him the pudding here. So low in hand. I might just go for it. Yeah, he's just going to concede. We did have him mathematically there, but I was unsure if I was going to go for go harder than I was going to go here. I was thinking of doing like a 9-10, which would have won me the game. But I think going 10-11 is the other option, right? No, it's 11-12. 11-12 is basically guaranteed. It forces teams to have 2k, 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 1k, and then get a 2k from life now. Or like, no, but still, he would need an immense amount of things to go right for that to work. And even after he counters there, he doesn't have any Dawn left. So he basically, he doesn't have any cards left, I mean. So he's stuck using the Dawn he has here for his swings, right? So we're really only looking at pretty low swings. We would have had like no counter, but still. We did have a blocker as well, so we actually... Yeah, we would have probably died, but it would have been close. Well, we take it. GG's. Not the Roger. Not the Roger. Poor Roger. This hand looks pretty good. We're going first. Yeah, I'll keep it still. Because we just go Arlong on 3, and then hope that we can defend ourselves, which we will be able to. And the turn after, hopefully we can find another 3-drop, whether it's Watatsumi or Arlong, or heck, even just a 1-drop. So we have something to play on 5. It's gonna be super important here. What did he search? Gabon and 1 cost. Alright. See, like, we're always taking this hit, especially if he makes it a 7. Aladdin is not what I needed here, actually. I need a 3-drop. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we'll do Shirahoshi. Just hope that we can rip it off the top. Yeah, that's fuck, dude. No 3-drop is crazy. It's fine, though. We can still go 5, 5, and 5. And that way establish a board where he probably wants to swing into us. And we still get the 1 rip. And we also have Shirahoshi, right? So he's actually not getting my Arlong this turn. I don't need Femur in this matchup. He's down to 2 life already. We could have had a pudding angle, actually. But we don't have a pudding, so I guess... we'll just block this one. He wants to play Gabon here anyways, yeah. Which is all fine by me. We could grab it away the Gabon, but that's just not worth it. I think it's just... it could be Aladdin Shoe, actually. Yeah, let's do Aladdin Shoe. Another grab here is not gonna do anything for me. Let's just go for another 5. I think it's just 5, 5, 7. Here, just pitch one of the grab blades. Grab blade actually is not going to do me anything here because he didn't play bullet. If he had played bullet on curve, where he was supposed to play bullet on curve, he would have been in a good spot to do... we could have done grab blade. But in this situation now, it's pretty much useless. And he seems like he's bricked, so this should connect. I wouldn't have taken this 5 if you had counter. Oh, he had Divine Departure. Okay, so he has no single counter cards. He did. He's just going to concede anyways. I don't know if I agree with that. You could have gone 9 next turn. So he counters this. And then next turn you go 9. Keep 1 up for Rad Beam. I don't know, dude. I would not have conceded. I guess I'm never dead, right? And I guess that's the problem for him. Is that next turn is like Jimbe. I also do have access to Red Rock. I don't have it, obviously, but I could have had it. I would have had it eventually if he once he swings into my face. But like, yeah, you could have gone Roger Shanks. I don't know, but you would have been so low at that point. Also, I think, yeah, I could have defended a 12 into my 10, which would have been a 9, right? So it's like, 11, 12, 13. I could have pitched my entire hand to defend it. But yeah, if he goes Roger, it's... I don't know, it's hard to say. Definitely an early concede, but it's definitely still our game, I think. We just too much life, to be honest. All right, Doflamingo. Flamingo's interest. This is a good hand. Just go first as well. But I think they want to go first, no? Actually, I think it depends. Because going second, they have sugar ramp, right? So they can go sugar ramp to 5, leader effect into it, play out like a, I guess what's her face, Monet would be the best play. Okay, we're kind of high rolling here. I think it's actually Tiger Blade, mostly because we already have Aladdin, and I think Aladdin or Shirahoshi doesn't really matter too much here. What matters is having some sort of play later in the game. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I think this is one of those matchups where Tiger Blade is actually really good. We're going down here. Another Aladdin, so definitely happy with my pick. Okay, never mind. I'm definitely pitching one of those. What's nice here is he doesn't have any board at all. So I'm actually gonna swing with everything, I think. Just because this is like the one time we get to swing with everything. Also, if I had a pudding in hand there, I don't swing, I don't think. Yeah, if we have pudding in hand here, we just don't swing. And then we just pudding him next turn. Now my next turn is going to be Fisher Tiger instead, which is fine. I think Fisher Tiger is one of those cards that people are like, oh my god, this card is so good. I think this card is used incorrectly. I think like you can play this on 6 as like an aggro option, right? To establish a 7k body, but still get to attach 6 Dawn for free, basically, because you drew those cards. But I think it's even better when you're really low in hand size already, because then you get a draw 3, and you don't have to pitch any of them. Like if you don't wanna, right? I think that's where Fisher Tiger shines the most. You go ahead and swing into my board, which is right where I wanted him. Ooh. Dude, we can do double Arlong Force here, actually. And I kind of like that. Let's do that. Yeah, this is kind of insane. And we're just going to swing 5 so he doesn't get the Monet ramp. Finds a brick. Don't think that's what you need at this time, bro. We're being honest here. Like, I'm actually probably not going to attach this Dawn. That ass. Do I want this Monet to die? I think I do. I think I just make this an 8. I was gonna swing with Arlong 5-6, but I think making this an 8 makes a lot of sense because he's very likely to go into Monet here. He's just gonna concede. Holy shit! But I mean, fair. Oh my god, he had no counter at all. He would have had to give me his entire hand if he had to counter, and I don't think you do. I think you always leader effect here into Monet, and then he's literally in a position where I have an entire full board and he just has nothing. And he can't like you want to swing into my face, so you turn off my Arlongs, but you want to swing into my board so that like I don't overwhelm you, right? He's just the definition of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'll fucking take it, GG's. Absolute cinema. Jinbe has to be the best deck in the format. I don't see how it's not. I don't think I remember, like, maybe, sure, maybe I didn't play against the best people today, but Jimbe is just insane. He's so aggressive, he has the best finishers in the game, and now you have board control. And you can just, there's a very fine line of balance in the two, right? Sometimes you need to be able to make the decision of going aggressive, and then sometimes you have to make the decision of going into the board. And I think once people start to understand this concept a little bit better, then Jinbe is going to start seeing some insane tops. This is coming from a Bill of Betty main, by the way. So it's a reliable source. Um, you have to sometimes deal with board, and the way Bill of Betty did that, why by just swinging massively into opponent's board, Jinbe doesn't really have access to that unless you have like 8 cost Jinbe on board, right? But realistically, that's not really how you're gonna do it. Also, Bill of Betty has access to power reduction and stuff like that. And Jinbe just doesn't have those tools. So the tools we're gonna use is the tools that Jinbe has access to, like Gravity Blade and Red Rock. And because you have those two specific cards, you now have an answer for like wide low to the ground decks and tall big boy decks, right? And because you have that, you have an answer for every single deck in the meta. The only deck that doesn't crumble against removal, right, is Emu. But we're Jinbe, so we don't give a fuck about Emu. So I think this deck has probably the most potential out of any deck right now in the format, and I can't wait to play some more Jinbe in the OP-14 format. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more Jinbe content, because there's going to be more coming your way. This deck is absolutely insane. Other than that, I hope to see you again in the next one. Peace.